Hey you, it's Blaque, and I'm here to tell you that now you can become a member of my YouTube channel. What does that mean exactly? Well, it means that you now have access to exclusive content that exists only on here. Some of you may have figured out that I have a tendency of privating some of my videos every single year, and I've decided to release a series of those videos through my members only page on YouTube. So to join my members page, click on over to my YouTube channel and click join to become hot or hot and introspective. Hot gives you access to all of my comment reply videos that I've made so far, and hot and introspective gives you access to all of the archived videos. I'm so excited to announce that we've opened up memberships on my YouTube channel, and I will be expanding my perks as we go. I need to see that some people even want this before I do more. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Can I ask you a personal question? Hopefully it's not too inappropriate. What is your morning routine? Basically, I leave the house like once a week, and it's mostly to go to the goth club. So I usually roll out of bed around like 9 o'clock. And when I say roll out of bed, I really mean like get up. I don't really mean actually physically get out of bed, because I will usually spend like a good hour just going through TikTok and social media. I'll get up, I will take a shower, and a lot of you guys ask me about my skincare. I wash my face and body with black soap. I exfoliate my face with this Aveeno Positively Radiant Brightening Scrub. And once I actually get out of the shower, I put on some snail mucin. I love this stuff. This is not at all sponsored. No one is paying me for this. But that is the extent of my morning routine. Getting up and doing like those very few things and virtually nothing else. There's this thing people do on the internet where they post their morning routines, and some people have the most extensive routines ever. I mean, I watch some of these videos and I'm like, I wish that I could be as regimented as some of these people. Some of these routines, watching them, I feel like you might as well be working. You might as well be at work. This seems like a full-time job and it's only 5 a.m. But there's one particular person's routine that has gone mega viral. Extra mega viral because of just how ridiculous it is. A fitness influencer named Ashton Hall has a morning routine that had a lot of really crazy things in it. And so in this video, we are going to watch and react to some of the things that I'm picking up on when I watch Ashton Hall's very controversial morning routine. But as per usual, I am getting ahead of myself. Hi, my name is Blaque, and I like to think that I make content for introspective hot people. And if you're here, I'll assume that's you. And if you're brand new here, you know exactly what to do if this video pleases you. Click my button and join us right here on the channel. So some really quick background on Ashton Hall. Ashton Hall is a fitness influencer with an Instagram that has over 13 million followers. I could not imagine having 13 million people watching anything that I'm doing. But Ashton Hall has been at the top of his game for quite some time now. And this guy is no small fry. He's collaborated with huge YouTubers like Mr. Beast. Ashton Hall is a fitness coach, and he's been posting his morning routines for a few years onto social media. And quite frequently, these morning routines go viral. So I thought that it would be fun to watch some of Ashton Hall's morning routine videos and just give you guys some of my thoughts. All right, so I'm on Ashton Hall's page right now, and first thing I see in his page, for his glory, right? Because of course, Ashton Hall is a Christian, right? Now, really quick comment about that. I was listening to a audiobook by Rob Wilson. It was a book about YouTube and promoting yourself and performing well on YouTube. One of the things that he mentions in the book that I was listening to was that Jesus is like the best character, right? There are a lot of people who find social media success through Christianity. All right, so Ashton Hall's page is pretty consistent. It looks like he posts a lot of videos where he seems to be really, I didn't know how many of these videos existed. The Saratoga Water seems to be a real central part of his routine. I guess not anymore. This is now, it seems like his content this is maybe where it changed. It looks like he used to upload a lot of just like normal, like here's a workout kind of content. And then he started really uploading a lot of morning routine videos because it seems like that's almost the only thing he uploads now. So I don't actually know which one to click on, but I'm going to assume that he might want us to watch some of the more recent ones. Yeah, I'm going to say that these videos are fun to me. I mean, in this video, and this we're going to talk about this, there's a very strange, out of place scene. There's a scene where his feet are bare on the ground, a glass falls from the table above and breaks around his feet. And in this video we just watched, it was like the only thing that was really weird. Like everything else was pretty normal, but that thing was particularly strange. I made a video on TikTok where I talked about what I saw as some of the like fetishy things that pop up in his videos. Like there's a lot of footage of him breaking glass next to his bare feet. And for me, that's just really obviously a foot fetish thing. There's really no reason to do that other than to do that. We don't really need to see your feet next to glass. Like that's not really part of the morning routine, right? But aside from that being something that is shocking and therefore like a hook that'll get you to stick onto a video, that's also something that some people can look at for fetish reasons. Fetish is really fascinating because a lot of people don't understand that it really can be anything. For example, there are a lot of cosplayers who cosplay princess characters with big poofy gowns. I think some people who hang out on certain corners of the internet already know where we're going with this one. But there are some cosplayers who cosplay as princesses with poofy gowns who have run into people who have a fetish for pictures of women with foofy, fluffy gowns. And one of the things that people will often do is ask for these cosplayers to take very specific pictures as certain characters floofing up their gown in a very particular way. And it's something that you could see on Instagram or any other platform, and it doesn't actually seem sexual to you, but it is for people who have the fetish. There are some people who have figured out that they can play into these fetishes in a way that doesn't necessarily take anything away from them. And for the person who's trying to promote themselves on social media, there's really no reason not to do this, especially if it's something that you don't particularly care too much about. So one of the things that I picked up is that Ashton Hall, I think quite intentionally, feeds into a lot of fetishes that can appear on Instagram in a very innocuous way and not be censored. Recently, I made a video about the Bop House, and one of the things I talked about in that video is how some sex workers have started to use Instagram as a way of promoting their sex work. One of the things that makes their promotion on these platforms so interesting is that these girls usually end up just writing the line, right? They know that they can't get like fully nude, for example, but they know that they can be incredibly suggestive, and they're aware of the fact that there is an entire market for people on these apps who are looking for content like that. Content that frankly, they will ultimately self-pleasure to, even if the content isn't explicit. I think we're sort of used to thinking about people uploading content that is sexually appealing in like a really obvious way, right? Like the Twix streamer with the push-up bra showing the boobs in a downshot camera sort of way. But what's interesting about fetish is that it really can be anything. You may notice that there are a lot of podcasts where people are making a point of putting their bare feet into camera. I noticed that this was something that the Bop House girls did when they do some of their podcast stuff, right? Like these girls are obviously very aware of what the market wants, right? Something as simple as sitting on your couch, just showing your bare feet. There are people out there who go absolutely feral for that. And really, there's a wide range. There's a very wide range of things that people can fetishize, and a lot of these things are not sexual, and people can interpret it in multiple ways. And that's kind of the thing about posting online in general. You know, if I had a kid right now, I think I would probably make a point of telling them not to post anything on the internet, just based on where we are right now. Now, I would love to also know what the obsession with Saratoga Water is. Like, how expensive is Saratoga Water? I'm just gonna really quickly look that up. Is it like really expensive? Like fucking like pure? It's fucking pure water. It's like no BPAs and like. See, this is why you can't let me joke about these things for too long. No one should own water. Anyway, non-carbonated. Oh, they sell it carbonated. $42 for a case. But like, what makes it so special? What makes it so special? Why is Saratoga water so special? Like, why? Why? The Saratoga flavor profile sets it apart from other brands. Saratoga still spring water is smooth on the palate, while Saratoga sparkling spring water has uplifting bubbles for a lively taste. Girl, do I need to go to the store and get some Saratoga spring water? Okay, so he says, day 191 of the morning routine that changed my life. 3:50 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. So he is awake at 3:50. Now at 3:50 tonight, I will be at the after hours, probably having a conversation with a strange man. But he, in his world, he gets up at 3 in the morning. And I really do admire people who are able to do that. Like, the discipline that requires. I really do admire it. I really do. Sin lives late at night. If you're dealing with a weak mind, bad decisions, or lack of productivity, go to sleep earlier. Damn. He's judging me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, after I said that I would be at an after hour making questionable decisions. Okay. He clocked me. He clocked me. He clocked me. So like, okay, in his videos, right, when that part happens, right, that's a hook in a video. A lot of people, they do something really crazy, weird, strange in a video really quickly at the very beginning. That gets people to be like, what the fuck? And that gets you to stay, right? Like his videos are so interesting for me because like he's very successful on social media. And I find that a lot of people who are especially successful for their image, especially on social media, they're willing to do things that I just would have such a hard time doing. But I think it's so cool that they are able to put that formula together and it turns out to be successful for them.
One double fish fillet, also a Big Mac.
Damn, he films himself getting McDonald's. I love it. So, someone commented and said he made one for us broke people to relate to. That's so funny. I get the, like, I don't know. Like, he seems like a cool guy. Okay. Yep. Yeah. It's funny because I've watched enough of these now. He's definitely reusing footage. 100%. Which, hey, that's just smart, honestly. Yeah, like this is footage he's used. Yeah, I mean, all this is... Maybe I just saw this video already. Damn. Hey. Okay, so watching this is interesting to me because clearly he's like looking for... Who's his audience, right? Who is his audience? Men. Like, I'm sure women are in his audience too. He's a good looking guy, but like his audience is men who would aspire to wealth and organization. And it's kind of interesting to watch this, knowing that like this is all kind of done for a very curated video that ultimately gets posted to social media. It's very interesting, very interesting. To me, it's really interesting that a lot of men would admire content like this, because while I can accept that this is a version of an ideal world for an adult male, I guess when I think of like my father and his life, and I think of like the life of my father's father and a lot of the men that I have admired or respected, they may not have lived lives of excess and wealth and beautiful women making them food off camera. Well, my dad definitely had that, but you know what I mean? They may not have had that, but they had a sense of masculinity, a sense of themselves, a sense of pride in themselves as men that didn't really rely on the show of wealth. It didn't rely on elitist games. It was them being responsible, productive, God-fearing men. Not saying that's not what he is or not what he's doing, but it's interesting to watch this and think that for some men, that's kind of the success of it, like the superficial image of it, right? I think when you're a good man, you have a lot of people who know you as a good man, right? And when you're not around, there are people who say, that's a good man. And if they ever need to send anyone to a good man, you're on that short list, right? I don't necessarily think that a good man is a man who has status and all this other shit. So it's interesting to me that a lot of men aspire to this particular image of masculinity. And that's who's watching this content. Look at him being nice for them, though. Could have him carry his purse for him, you know? It's a cute purse, though. It's a really cute purse. I've been really trying, baby. There you go. Wait, that guy was in some previous videos too. Some of these guys I've recognized from previous videos. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, he looks good and is all white. You know what though? People like, I'm so fascinated by like, I don't know, rich people are interesting to me. I'll say. I was at a YouTube event a couple days ago. It was a very nice event with some very big influencers, and one of them asked me, like, where do you go? Like, what restaurants do I hang out in and stuff? And I was like, I don't know, girl. Like, I'll go to Popeyes on Hollywood Boulevard all the time. Like, like Doomie's is pretty great. I like Doomie's too. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting because like watching this, I'm like, I guess it just seems like so much work. It just seems like so much work to seem like a fancy rich person and to go to these fancy rich people places and do these fancy rich people things. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone there. So here's the thing about this. Ashton Hall's routine clearly works for him. And I think that for a lot of very athletic people, they need this routine. They kind of need this routine. It's part of the reason why I like to date men who are not quite bodybuilder types. Because first of all, I like a dad bod, but also I know that I am just too laid back. I'm just too relaxed. I don't want to ever be that regimented about anything. I don't know. Maybe I want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't know. I actually sort of feel a little bit like maybe I don't see what everyone else sees, but Ashton Hall's content is like fine, actually. Like, is it weird that men kind of admire this particular type of masculinity? A bit, a little bit. Like, when I look at it and say, I'm sure he's doing a lot of that. I'm sure most of that isn't what he's doing. Like, I'm sure he's still very regimented, but I feel like anyone who sets up their camera to do like a routine kind of video, they're always presenting like the best version of that routine. They're never gonna like be honest and be like, you know what, maybe I didn't fucking do this morning because it wasn't that deep, right? Like, I think we're all human at the end of the day, but it also sells to present as if everything is perfect. And I guess sometimes when I watch this stuff, I just always hope that some people, when they watch these things, they have that like nuanced thought in their mind where like, okay, this guy probably doesn't do all of these things, but clearly he does some of these things and clearly those things work for him. Like, I think if you look at Ashton Hall as a athlete who is a coach who runs his social media, like, there's no way in hell this guy isn't regimented, hardworking, and not that far from this person. But anyway, on that note, I just wanted to sort of share these thoughts and just have a more fun conversation. To me, Ashton Hall, there's a level of camp to it that I appreciate, if I'm being frank. And I think it's fine, actually. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. But that is how I feel. Let me know how you feel in the comment box below. On that note, let me thank the last 3 people who joined my Patreon. Shout out to A.R. Scarlett, Adeline, and Fatim. Thank you so much for joining my Patreon, where I more recently have tried to share more Patreon exclusive content. By the time you guys get this video, I should have a video where I am responding to the comment section on my last video that I uploaded about the bot pack. You guys should definitely also check out. And there will also be a video where I respond to the comments on this video, hopefully uploaded quite soon. So go check out my Patreon. That's where you can find some of my more exclusive content that isn't going to exist outside of Patreon. And yeah, I've been enjoying uploading video directly to Patreon recently because I found out that I could do that and I can get away with so many more things there. So we're experimenting right now with Patreon content, but by the time you guys get this video, that content should definitely be there. So on that note, I will talk to you guys later. And as per usual, I want you to always remember and to never forget that you are beautiful and you are loved. Bye. Bye.